to license it.
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and today's video is a bit of a departure from the regular makeover of a toy car because I've just moved from one house to another, and because of that, my channel has been very quiet for the last 3 weeks. I hope you can appreciate that it took some time to get packed up and loaded and relocated and unpacked and set up in the new place. It took a couple weeks, and I was especially interested in this project, which was a makeover or renovation of the attic of our new place, because I just got green-lighted to have this exclusively as my man cave and hobby room. When I'm watching YouTube restoration videos, I'm most interested when the camera pans across the hobby bench and I get to see where you're working and your tools and where you do the sanding and drilling and painting and the detail work, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So I invite you to make a hot cup of coffee and sit back and relax, and I'll pull the curtain back a little bit and show you the work that I've done, just completed, on my hobby room and where I do my work. I hope you'll enjoy this. Well, it's the attic of the apartment, as I said, and we start with a 5-meter by 7-meter blank canvas, empty concrete floor and walls, and the challenge here is the A-frame style. Has one of these trap doors with the drop-down stairs, kind of a minus in that point, and job number one is to level this concrete floor, which is just a mess. If you've ever tried this job, it's very difficult to get it in a perfect finish, but I did my best. I bought some of the compound from the local building supply store, and took me a weekend just to get this down, and I'm going to give it a finishing paint job when it's all done, and want to cover one concrete wall, at least the window wall, with some stucco, and I intentionally did it in this Tuscany style, seeing we're in Europe. My original hobby bench is butcher block wood top, so I was able to source the same type of material, and I'm just doing some wraparound counters all the way, and essentially I'm just increasing the storage space. So let's start with the man cave, the fun stuff. Sitting at my desk, I get a view of what I call my Mount Rushmore of all-time great athletes and their jerseys, and this is my man Bobby Orr, growing up in Canada. Yeah, number 4 from the Boston Bruins. And my favorite team, really my hometown, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Perennial losers, but I'm faithful. There's the Juice. I prefer to remember him as a great running back, not the train wreck after. Bo Jackson, Tony Dorsett from the Cowboys. How smooth was he? And I was a middle linebacker in school, and Jack Lambert was the man. Pittsburgh Steelers, 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, and Joe Willie Namath, Broadway Joe, I guarantee a victory against the Colts. And I'll give you $1 if you know who this guy is. Bronco Nagurski, the all-time best name for a pro football player, and the toughest looking guy you've ever seen. And this is my exclusive collection of hockey cards. You grow up in Canada, you collect hockey cards, and if you don't know the name, how can I say Bobby Orr is the Mickey Mantle of hockey. And when I'm a kid, I lived vicariously through his exploits in the 60s and the 70s. He was just the best. There's one card On eBay, the rookie card is valued at 35,000 US dollars. If I had one of those, I'd have it in a 2-inch thick bulletproof case. What? Mine's a replica. It's worth $1. And here's a collection of his different magazine covers. Oh, many of these go back. I've had them originally, so they've been in boxes and on and off display throughout the different places. And I found out a way to hang these on the 45-degree ceiling, and it looks pretty good. If I collect anything aside from Bob York cards, it's Coca-Cola memorabilia, and each one of these tins has 5 or 6 more tins inside of it. I don't really have room to put them all out. And this is the view outside of the hobby room, a beautiful Switzerland. And over top, you can't quite read this, but it says Andrew's apartment. And it comes from a treehouse I had 50 years ago. There's Muhammad Ali taking out Sonny Liston and Bobby Orr, again putting the hurt on Pat Quinn of the Leafs. And here's the greatest hockey team ever assembled, Team Canada 1972. I lived in Papua New Guinea for a couple of years, and this is some Asmat art. These pieces were given to me as gifts, and they're treasured possessions. If my wife ever chooses to visit the man cave, she can have a comfortable seat right there. But let's get to the main business of the hobby in the hobby room, and this is my collection of die-cast cars. You might have seen this at my old house in another video. These are all Porsche of every make and model, Hot Wheels and Maistos and Sikus and Corgis. That's my favorite kind of car. And most of them are pretty rough, but that's the way I like them because I fix them up. That's the hobby. Hot Wheels, I got some new ones. I got mostly old ones. And as you can see, I'll be at this for a while. I had just a couple of big, real nice eBay hauls. Other than that, I collect these from the Goodwill store where they're going to go back to when they're all finished. In my Matchbox store, Siku is a German brand of the highest quality. I really like working on those. Isn't that nice? Siku wheels are usually pretty good too. I like these cars. Lots of Sikus and Wellies. These are made also with good quality. I try to mix it up a little so I don't have a long run of just Matchbox or just Hot Wheels. Maistos and Corgis and Majorette is the French brand. Easy to come by over here. And this is the hobby bench. Now this is what I had previously. When I started the hobby in March, just about 6 months ago in my last house, this was my total workspace, and I stood here and did everything. There's my Dremel tool and a Dremel tower. I like the snake attachment on this. Gives me a little more flexibility, and you can also fasten the tool in here like a drill press and lower it down. All of the pull-out drawers are filled with my craft tools and supplies, so side cutters and hemostats, digital calipers, center punches, screwdrivers, JB Weld, putties and polishes, and all of the things that you need as regular supplies. I'm pretty well stocked, and I like to keep them in drawers, therefore my workstation is a bit cleaner. And I'm pretty well set up here. Moving to the other side of the window is the paint corner. On top of a tool chest is my DIY spray booth. And this is also a workbench for the basic home repairs, so I've got the same array of tools that you probably do at home. My spray booth will be ventilated with an exhaust fan right out that window. Here's my air compressor and air brushes and my selection of airbrush paints combined with lots of spray cans of different colors and thinners and mixers and paint strippers and lotions and potions and Pledge Revive It and Goo Gone and decalcs and silicone. Everybody needs a powered drill, and there's a battery recharging station. Ultrasonic wash, my bench grinder with a wire wheel and a polishing buffer wheel. Hey, heat up a slice of pizza or cook down your wet paint job. Screws and nails, organizer boxes, you've got those. Here's my green light wheel collection and the portable workbench. I can pull that out into the middle of the room if I need to use my chop saw or drill press. And here's the nicest upgrade in my hobby room, and that's what I'll just call the hobby desk. This is a new addition. Previously I was standing at the hobby bench, but now I can sit down. Basel buy and sell. I got a well-used table and an old office chair, and here's where I put the paint brushes and all the fine detail work will be done right here. I bought an IKEA lamp, and I took the lamp and cord out, and on the end of the arm I put an attachment from a selfie stick to hold my iPhone. So that's a good camera angle. There's my car, the Porsche Boxster, in a nice scale model. So that's a nice setup for me right there. I got to work on the lighting in this room. That's my main thing. But take a look again at what it was a couple of weeks ago on moving day. Total blank canvas for the imagination, and you would have done some things differently, I'm sure, and you might have better tools for building shelves and cupboards than I do, but this is how it is now, and I might change a few things around as far as the practical work area goes, but it's nice and warm with a nice breeze coming through that window for me. All kinds of room to spread things out now and get my work done. That's what I had previously, and the addition is all this extra counter space now. And I'd say I'm most happy with this desk so I can sit down and spread out and do the fine detail work. Time to get busy again, and this is where it's going to happen. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my new man cave and my hobby room. And now you know where I do my work. There's not a new tool in this whole room. It's just a lot more space than I had before. And I especially like the desk I'm sitting at now to do the detail work. Now that the room is all set up, I should be able to get back to the regular production of making over the little cars and producing the videos and uploading them regularly for you. I can't promise that there will be one a week or 3 a month. I don't want to be held to any deadlines. It's a hobby. And because it's a hobby, it's fun. And because it's really fun, I should be spending lots of time here. So there should be lots of regularly updated material. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any. And at the end of this video, I really want to take a moment and give a special thanks to all of my subscribers. I just reached 750, which is an important milestone, and I'm quite surprised that so many people around the world have decided to join me on this personal journey and this hobby that really just started in March 2020. If you are one of my regular subscribers, I want to say thank you for coming often and regularly and leaving your respectful comments. I try to respond to each one of them as quickly as possible. And if you're one of my new subscribers, welcome aboard. And I hope that you will find some enjoyment here and watch my videos. I'm fairly new at the hobby, and I appreciate your input and your feedback. So keep those comments coming. And I look forward to seeing you back here soon and regularly. But for now, it's coffee time.